Hi everyone. I actually recorded something yesterday and I decided to re-record today. Day after Easter was a little crazy for me yesterday. I'm actually here in my office. I'm just gonna move this. I probably shouldn't because it's probably gonna change everything. Um, in Auburn, California, where I do healing work with the oils. And I probably have a bunch of stuff on my table, but yeah. And then here's my oils and all my stuff, my diffuser. Anyway, so this is what my office looks like. I do healing work part-time with the oils, and my main business is sharing Young Living. My name is Tina Jones, and I rank as a gold and platinum with Young Living. I have over 4,000 members, many of which are part of the Company of Angels, which is the group we call ourselves, the Company of Angels. And that's to remind us to be in service to others. So I know I was asked to speak with one of the angels about, and her group, about CBDs. So I'm super passionate about CBDs, and I have to tell you that my journey with CBDs has been not expected, I guess, you know. So I've been working with the oils a long time, and people would tell me, what do you think about CBDs? What do you think about edibles? What do you think about this and that? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I didn't have a lot of knowledge about it. And so I was like, well, I would just use some Frankie on your brainstem, or maybe, take some supplements, or, I just would work differently than working with the CBDs. And when Young Living joined the CBD world with Nature's Ultra, wholly owning Nature's Ultra, I became like knowing that I was going to need to have some information available for people. And also I needed to be a testimony of the product and try it out and give like a real chance to the product. And so I was at convention in June of, was it 2018, when we launched the new collaboration with Nature's Ultra. They had been using essential oils in their products already, and it was sort of a separate company, and then it became our company. So anyway, what I found out and what I learned is incredible. So when I originally found Young Living and the oils, I found it through a healing technique called Raindrop, which is what I do in my practice. Also what I teach to anyone who would like to learn it. And it's just an amazing healing modality. And then I learned a lot about supplements. I learned a lot about oil-infused supplements and started using them in my life, and then became an advocate and studied alongside Gary Young and Kathleen Bailey and lots of these mentors that I've met through Young Living. And the intention was to support and help others with their health, and also my friends and family. So it's been a journey of about 16 years. And so when I started with the Nature's Ultra, I tried the product. It was about 3 days before I started feeling the product, and I was using the internal tincture version, or the liquid drops, and I was taking them under my tongue, which I highly recommend that you put it under your tongue, like a whole dropper under your tongue. And then you let it absorb that way instead of like swallowing it and taking it through your digestive system, which you will swallow some of it, but it tastes amazing. It's really, really good. I use the citrus. I originally purchased the kit because the kits are such a good deal. You get a roll-on, the balm. Where's my balm? I might have taken it home. A roll-on, the balm, and the liquid tincture as a set. And I bought the 1,000 milligram or the higher kit. And I was using it with my boyfriend at the time. And so we could both have a testimony and see what our experience was. So 3 days into it, I was sleeping really well, and I was shocked because I was in a really uncomfortable bed, and I toss and turn at night, and it's kind of been an ongoing journey with my hips and my low back, and some history there. So I was like, wow, this is amazing for aches and pains, especially related to working out and those kinds of things. And so that was the first thing. I'm like, wow, I'm sleeping great. And if you know anything about sleep, you know that sleeping is critical to your health. So that was just like the first thing I noticed. And then over time, over the next few months, I used it consistently. So I realized pretty quickly that a lot of people were using this product a couple of times. I was one of those. I used it once or twice prior to this, and was like, oh, I don't really feel anything. And I was never using it consistently and building a bank of it. So I started having all these amazing like balancing experiences, focus, emotional balance, overall just a sense of well-being and happiness and lightness and kind of like the chill feeling. And I was like, wow, I need to know more about this. So I became obsessed with learning more so that I could share more. I'm like, how is this working? It's kind of like when I found the oils. When I found Young Living, it was like I couldn't get enough information. I had to study with Gary. I had to fly and go wherever he was teaching and go to Ecuador and check out the clinic. And, I just love this information. And the chemistry of essential oils, studying with CARE, Centers of Aromatherapy Research and Education, I couldn't get enough. Like, I'm still like loving the information, and it's just amazing to me what plants have to offer our bodies. And so same thing, when I found this piece, I just dove in. I worked with a couple different doctors, Doug Corrigan and Peter Mankey, Oliver Wanker. And Oliver Wanker has a book called CBDs and Essential Oils. And man, that book is so good. Look up that book. It goes into the history of hemp, the history of, the politics, which was a little boring in the beginning, but then he took off with this book. It was like a journey, and he is quoted saying in this book, like, basically, as a medical doctor, he had to rethink everything he thought he knew when he went through this journey. And so I just dove in, and I'm able to grab a lot of this information with the brain that I have. So my intention right now is to just share some of these ideas. So just know that it's a world. And this is the most simplified way I can share it. And then there is another video that was filmed right in June of 2018 that's a little outdated, but the information about the product is still good. So we're going to post that on Friday. That's with Erica Canterbury, and I did sort of like this little interview process. So, and put together this little video. So I'm going to post that on Friday. On Wednesday, we're going to be doing a Facebook Live that I'm going to join in on and answer questions. So I have a lot of experience with children, with animals, with humans, with, all kinds of information for you regarding CBDs. So what are CBDs? For those of you who were like me and just like, this is, the Wild West for me, I don't really know anything about this other than I'm not that interested in marijuana, so I don't know about this product at all. That's not supposed to be the same. So there is a big difference, and people want to know the differences and such. So let's just talk about what the body has that I didn't know that I think is interesting. The body has a system in it called the endocannabinoid system, or ECS system. It already exists in the body. So when I was thinking about CBD products, I was thinking that this is something you put in your body that isn't part of your body. And that was one of the resistance I had. I didn't know that there was a system actually named the endocannabinoid system. So anything that activates the system is considered a cannabinoid. So it can be a food item, it can be another herb, it can be essential oils. There's cannabinoids in essential oils. Oh, really? Now I'm interested. Okay, wait, what? So this system that exists in the body, the ECS system, what it does is it regulates and normalizes and balances. It creates homeostasis. And so let's say you're a little ADD. I'm a little ADD. And you could balance your system to feel more focused. What if your nervous system was like really stressed out and needed support rebalancing itself because you've been under stress? You might experience less with a balanced nervous system, you might not feel as much pain in your body, so I'm not saying that this is the CBDs are going to fix your pain, but if it can rebalance that system, you might have that experience, right? So these are the things that people notice. You can go online and Google what can CBDs do for you, and there's a million things it can do. Well, that's because the system connects to all the organs of your body. All the different parts of your nervous system, your circulatory system, your organs themselves, your stomach, your heart, your digestive system, your colon, like your endocrine system, how your body communicates hormones, how your body communicates insulin. I noticed that after I was using this product for a while that I didn't feel like I was having dips with my blood sugar, and I didn't have as many cravings. I swallowed funny. So, it's, like the sky's the limit. Basically, with this one product that balances this system, you have what I would call your highest potential. So, use your highest potential oil and try some CBDs, because this is what happens. So if we break it down to like the cellular level, what's happening on the science level, just so people can kind of begin to understand. I've always understood after a while that essential oils feed our cells, that there are things in essential oils that feed the cells what they need. And I always think of them that way, like food for the cells. And so in a cell with the cannabinoid system, let's say, there may be an antenna that is a receptor for cannabinoids. So anything that's a cannabinoid will activate that receptor and help that cell do its job. It'll activate it into action. So it'll feed it what it needs to get busy and take care of things. And what happens with Young Living is in our CBD products is we have an isolate called cannabidiol. It's a cannabinoid. It's called cannabidiol. It comes from the hemp plant. And on our farms, we have organic hemp and organic handling, which is a certification that very few farms have. And if you know anything about Young Living, you know that we are very high quality. So our farming practices, we're very farm to you with our products, which is why I choose Young Living above all other product lines. If I'm talking about any other product lines, they better be farm to you. So those are some ideas about that really set us apart from other companies. And with our hemp farming, understand that the hemp plant is part of the cannabis world, and that plant in general is a phytoremedial plant, which means it cleans the soil. It sucks everything up out of the soil, and now that's possibly in your product, and that's why when you smell bombs that are CBD bombs, they smell like dirt, because they have dirt in them. Everything that's in the dirt, and you don't want all that stuff in your product. So maybe there's other companies that don't have that, but that's pretty much what you find out there in the 90 percentile plus. And so the thing that is known in the CBD world that gets confusing is people have learned over time that CBDs, when they're full spectrum, they work better than say an isolate, and Young Living has an isolate. An isolated cannabidiol. So people are saying, well, it's not going to work without the full spectrum. And in a way, I understand what they're saying, because cannabidiol on its own doesn't activate enough. It kind of isn't enough to really get it all going. It needs its brothers and sisters, the other constituents out there. For instance, in the hemp plant, there's 113 constituents. One is cannabidiol. Okay. Cannabidiol on its own doesn't do as much as having all these other constituents that are present in that plant. So what Young Living did is they added cannabinoids from the essential oil molecules, and they were very smart about that. They picked specific ones that do specific things. So we have cannabinoids in essential oils that we've added to the cannabidiol. Why? So it activates it better, and it turns up the volume of that expression, turns up the volume of the expression of that receptor in that cell, so that it has all these things now to do, even more than I think could happen. otherwise. So there's no THC. That's one of the constituents that other companies have. I'm not going to say that that's always a problem, because it's a lot of times it's a small amount and it kind of gets overridden, but you can test positive to THC. So now you don't have to worry about it. We have no THC, but we have a very activated cannabidiol or cannabinoid that activates that whole system in your body. So you get all the benefits of CBDs from a clean product that's organic, that's farm to you, that's certified organic handling, and has these most amazing essential oils with it, with Young Living, chosen in a very smart way, calling this smart spectrum instead of full spectrum. So people say, well, you don't have a full spectrum. Yes, we do. We have a smart spectrum, and it's a full spectrum. It's just not the same full spectrum that you have that might include dirt and THC. Don't say that. That's not what you should say. But that's the truth. Anyway, I get a little snobby sometimes, but I just love it. I love it that I can use this product and I don't have to worry about getting high. I can use it with children. I can use it with animals. I'm not going to test positive at some drug test. I can introduce it to, police officers and truck drivers and, medical professionals. I have a dental background, so dental professionals can use this. And, you guys, I could spend an entire day talking to you about this constituent of an essential oil that is amazing for anxiety. This constituent of essential oil that is amazing for addiction, specific to addiction. So imagine all the highest potential of uses of this product to support the systems to rebalance and help in all these different areas, but honestly, it's amazing. And please, whoever invited you to watch this, make sure you try this product, but give it a full 30 days. The roll-on, so there's the liquid tincture, and it's designed to be used for 30 days at either 500 or 1,000. You got a lot going on, use 1,000, or if you do the 500, maybe double dose it until you feel the level. Kind of, you'll know. It'll kick in. You'll be like, ooh, I think it's kicking in. I feel pretty good. I slept great. My body's amazing. I can definitely tell this is happening. I can definitely tell this is working for me. So, when that happens, then you can taper down and just see if you can still feel that, the level. That's how I've done it. I started with a higher dose and came down a little bit, but other people like to start at 500 and it's lighter for them. And then once they feel it coming on, it might take them a little longer to feel it, but then it's working. So then there's a roll-on. So I have one lady who's like, I just like using the roll-on, on my brainstem or on a location. The brainstem's amazing because it works with the entire nervous system of the body when you work with the brainstem. So frankincense is great there. Valor is great there. And this calm roll-on, which has lavender and frankincense, and it has ylang ylang, and it's the most beautiful smell, and it's very light smelling. So it's beautiful but light. And so a lot of people like that roll-on. Some people use that roll-on and nothing else. It's pretty amazing. The balm is the bomb. So the balm is so I do healing work and I rub on bodies, right? So when you get a little bit of this on the skin, it just goes and goes and goes and goes, and it smells so good. I've mostly only used the 300 milligram. There's 300 and 600 in the balm. Same with the roll-on. I see great results at the 300, but if you want to spoil yourself with the 600, just make sure not everybody has their hands on it. It's pretty special, and pretty strong. So I've had people that have discomfort in their hands, and when I use that balm, they're like, I'll take that. I want that right now. Can I take that with me? Do you have more? How do I get it? It's an instant happiness kind of product. So right now, I don't know what's going to happen in May. There's some changes happening with our marketing plan with Young Living and the way that you come in as a customer or a distributor. But right now, you can still purchase a kit, and those kits are the best deals. Definitely, if you can get the kit, get the set, because they're amazing, and you can come in as a customer, but there's a way to do that and still get 24% off. And you're technically called the distributor, but you'll eventually be a customer if you're not sharing the product, which is fine. You don't have to share the product. There's no requirement to share the product, but you will share the product. because it works great. Or maybe you won't. Maybe you'll hoard it in your back room or something like that. But yeah, it's super, super amazing. So yeah, I feel like for me, like this product, the best thing, so of course, just like the daily rest and you know, my working out discomfort's gone. And all the shenanigans with my hips and low back feel amazing. And that just changes your life forever, okay? But the fact that my cravings are managed, that I have a clarity of my brain that I don't even know how to describe. Like once you have that clarity and you haven't had it, you're like, I can organize my closet now. I can actually get my filing done. Like, you know, if you're one of those people that's like the pile lady, I'm the pile lady. Got a pile over here. I know what's in this pile over here. But now it's like all in individual files and everything. It's really helpful. So yeah, I just feel like it has supported my brain function so much, which is why I have my grandson on it. I kind of been surrounded in my family with like artist geniuses, and they all do really well on this product. So if you have family members like that, you know, or you just like a little chill coming over you, or you have emotional discomfort in your, like things happen and you have to take 2 days off because you're so just drained emotionally and hurting emotionally, that is gone. And I feel like I didn't know I was suffering from stress and anxiety type feelings until they were absolutely out of my life. And that is why I'll use this product for all of eternity, just to feel imbalanced and to not feel reactive and not feel sad in my heart or pain in my heart. That's the biggest thing I've noticed. So I really highly recommend this product. I just really want to share with you that other farmers are not caring about, they use a lot of synthetics in this realm. We live in California where there's a ton of, you know, hemp farming going on and cannabis farming going on. And they do not use, it's very rare to find organic farmers because of the cost. It's just like with Young Living. Go find true organic farming, true non-synthetic chemical farming, because it costs a lot more money to do that correctly. And this is what you're putting inside your body. And so please use the right product. If you have a budget, work with a person who is with you, because you're better off using smaller amount of the good stuff and getting results than using more of the bad stuff and getting the bad results, like toxicity and other things. And what's interesting is the toxicity that's in essential oils out there that are, you know, the wrong kinds, they cause problems with this endocannabinoid system. So you're just hurting yourself by using a product that's not good for you. So this product I can stand by, and I'm so excited that you're going to give this a try. And I'm so happy that you're here with me today, and I got to meet all of you. So if you have any questions, please, when we do the live, like I can get on there. If I'm not on there when you are on there, I'll go back and check. I can be on a phone conference, a phone call or a conference call. I can certainly take a private call. Let me know. I have a lot of knowledge about this. There's a lot of technicality involved, and you know, the retrograde action of how the body rebalances itself, and you know, it's a lot of chemistry most people don't need to know. There is an amazing PowerPoint if you're looking to share this and have like written information right in front of you. Sarah Harnish at oilabilityteam.com. You can download a free PowerPoint, and it's phenomenal, this PowerPoint. It's really to the point, and it has little videos in it, and it has all the language. So you go through, okay, what's the difference between a hemp plant and a, you know, a cannabis plant, and what, you know, all the questions that people have. So that's another little reference for you. Also, Ollie Wanker's book, Essential CBDs and Essential Oils. That's incredible too. And then yeah, so if there's anything else, let me know. You can reach out to me on Facebook at Tina Jones or Wild Simplified. Instagram, I'm working on all my social media because it's not come natural to me. But now with my CBDs, I'm a little better. Anyway, have a great day. I hope you had a great Easter, and we'll talk soon. Look for that video at the end of the week too. We'll have that one from prior that I can post that has lots of information in it. Okay, have a great day. Bye.